my whole body, you know. And I always got into a lot of trouble growing up because up until I was 5, my mother was cross-eyed, you know. And I never knew what cross-eyed meant at the age of 5. All I knew is that whenever she would yell, "Come here," I look up, see she wasn't looking directly at me, so I would just go about my business, you know. And she would confuse the whole family, not just me. Once we were all in a department store, and she said, "Come here, boy." And I looked up and I saw one eye focused over my head and the other eye going to the left. So I turned to my brother and said, "Danny, Mama's calling you." But from Danny's perspective, one eye was going over his head and the other eye was going to the right. So he said, "She calling you." Even the security guard at the store looked at my mother and went, "Are you talking to me, man?" And she started shouting at me, "How come you ain't coming I call?" "Mama, I didn't know who you were talking to." "Who you think I was talking to? That girl over there?" Now I'm really lost because she's looking left, she's pointing right, and there's not a girl in the store. And I'm begging her, "What girl, Mama? The girl over there. What girl? The girl over there in that store across the street behind that pole on the second floor sitting down brushing her hair." Now, if you got something wrong with your eyes, boy, you let me know and I'll take you to a proctologist. Well, I'm a proctologist, so I get my foot out your behind from causing me so much aggravation. Why, Bird? Nick? Ernie, it's me. Don't you recognize me? It's me, George. George Bailey. I'm alive. But Bert, remember when Potter tried to buy you out? You came to Bailey Savings and Loan for help. That was my version of It's a Wonderful Life colorized. I enjoy performing. I started out in college, you know. I did other things in college. I played basketball, very little. I should say I was known as a minute man. You know, "Coach, can I play now?" In a minute man. My favorite sport, though, is boxing. You want to see the Tyson fight Monday? Yeah. That's a scary brother, man. I don't care what anybody says. I personally believe Mike Tyson is nothing more than a pit bull that's been trained to walk on his hind legs and fight. I'm serious. I saw one of Tyson fights where he literally hit this man so hard the blood splattered on my face. And I was watching the fight in my living room. He beat this brother to the point that after the bout, when the loser was asked what his future plans were, all he could say was, well, as far as I'm concerned, Mike Tyson, the greatest fighter of all time. But hey, you know, I'm coming back. I'm gonna just take the next year and a half to basically concentrate on breathing. Then hopefully with help of my trainer, we can pursue other matters such as finding out who am I and which evil spirit possessed me to get into the ring with that man. And people always say Mike Tyson is stupid, you know? Mike Tyson made over $28 million last year. If that's stupid, I pray to God I'm stupid one day, you know? In fact, I don't want to be that rich. If I can make it to mentally unstable, I'll be set for the rest of my life. I would never fight Mike Tyson. I don't care if I had to choose between fighting Tyson or my mother. My mother would get whooped that night. I'd be in the ring going, "Stay down, mama. Stay down. You get up, I would hit you again." You know? And it hurts me to say that because I've never hit my mother. I tried to hit my mother one time and she looked at me and said, "If you ever hit me, that'd be the last thing you ever do." And I knew she was dead serious just by the way she cocked that gun to my head. Thank you very much.
My generalized myasthenia gravis was unpredictable and limited what I could do.